Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to move this design down towards the bottom of the window. And I'll drag the design back onto the window, and I'll actually resize this now proportionately by keeping my finger depressed on the Shift key while pulling on a corner handle. There, it's larger. I don't have enough swags, but I think I like the look a little bit better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a fourth swag to this window. Now I can do that by ungrouping this design. So I've got the design highlighted, and I'm going to click on my ungroup button right up here. There, and you can see the various components that make up this design. Now if you did watch the Getting Started video, you know that every time you ungroup, you want to first do the click away and click on the canvas so that nothing is highlighted. There. Now I can come in and manipulate the various pieces. Now if I click on the swag area, this is showing me that the three swags are grouped together, so I do want to ungroup this. I'll click on my ungroup button. There, and now you can see that the three swags are highlighted. Again, do the click away so that nothing is highlighted. Great. Now I do want to click on my tail. Great. I wanted to see if it was grouped with the other tail, and it wasn't. So, this is fine. Now I could do one of two things. I can physically move the tail over to the right and then copy a swag and put the other swag in place, and that's fine. Or I could do something like this. I want to work with both the swag and the tail, so I'm going to depress my Shift key so I can highlight that swag and have the tail highlighted also. Remember, depress the Shift key. Then I'm going to come up here and copy both of them and paste both of them. There, you can see the copy right there. Now both the swag and the tail are highlighted, which means I can move them both at the same time. So I'm just going to move them into place right about there. Now I'm going to do the click away so you can see a couple of things. Number one, I've got a tail here that I don't need, my original tail. So I'm going to highlight that and just delete it. Remember, you can hit the delete key on your keyboard, or you can click on the trash can up here. Now, I need to do two other things. My tail now is behind the swag. I want to place it on top of the swag, much like here. So I'm going to highlight that tail, and I'm going to click on my order button. I've got 4 order buttons here, and the first one is bring to front. So let me click on that. There. Now my swag is behind the tail, and the design is true to the original design. It's not quite wide enough yet to fit the window, but that's okay. I'm going to resize this, but when I resize it, it's going to be more natural and less kind of exaggerated the way the bottom treatment is. So in order for me to resize this treatment, I have to regroup it, because right now it's all broken up into its components. We've got the 2 tails, and we've got the 4 individual swags. So in order to easily regroup this, I can do one of 2 things. I can keep my finger depressed on the Shift key as I grab each of the components. Or, and I'm going to do the click away so that nothing is highlighted, or I can lasso those components. Now I hope you watched the Getting Started video because it does show the lasso technique. But when you're working on a photo, it's helpful to see more of the canvas. So before I lasso, I'm going to zoom out again. Now, when you lasso, remember it's best if you click initially on the blank canvas. So I'm going to click up here and depress my mouse and lasso all of my components in that top treatment, and then I'll let go. There, and you can see that all components were highlighted. Then I can group those components into a single object. Then I'll resize, and again I do like to resize proportionately, so I'm going to depress my Shift key and pull on one of the corner handles. There. So I think for this particular window, this treatment looks better with 4 swags versus the 3 swags. So that's one of the reasons why I usually start resizing proportionately, and then later on I'll tweak as necessary. So let me get rid of this treatment down here. But there's no real right or wrong, it's just personal preference.